Operation Kenova was asked to establish whether there was evidence of criminal offences by the alleged agent known as Stakeknife or their alleged handlers. The behaviour described of the alleged agent and their role in the Provisional IRA is deeply disturbing. It should not have happened. And in recent decades, there have been significant reforms to agent handling practice, including through legislation. The use of agents is nowadays subject to strict regulation, overseen by the Investigatory Powers Commissioner and the Investigatory Powers Tribunal. On Operation Kenova's request to the government to name Stakeknife, I told Sir Ian Livingstone in August that, and I quote, "Due to ongoing litigation relevant to the neither confirm nor deny policy, namely the Thompson Supreme Court appeal, a substantive and final response to your request will be provided after judgment has issued in that case." The government's first duty is, of course, to protect national security, and identifying agents risks jeopardising this. Today's report also makes public the high-level findings of Operation Denton, which looked at killings carried out by the UVF Glenanne gang. The behaviour reported on, including collusion by individual members of the security forces, is shocking. The government will respond to the full Denton report when it is published, bearing in mind that there are related legal proceedings ongoing in this case and in the case of Stakeknife. The government responded to a number of the other recommendations in the interim Kenova report in August. This is available in the library and is also addressed in the written ministerial statement.
I know that when the Secretary of State was appointed, he has spent an inordinate amount of time on legacy, and I know that he is committed to the principles of not rewriting the past and of ensuring that issues can be explored to the fullest degree. He knows that in Northern Ireland peace was only secured because of the actions of our intelligence services, our armed forces and brave members of the RUC. He knows that the IRA were brought to their knees by the activities of our intelligence services. And he also knows that the IRA were riven by agents of the state. Both Dennis Donaldson, the Director of Operations for Sinn Féin, and Freddie Scappaticci, the head of the Internal Investigations Unit, also known as Stakeknife. Can I ask the Secretary of State, does he welcome the finding of Operation Kenova that there was no high-level state collusion between paramilitaries, loyalist paramilitaries, and members of the army or the security forces? Does he recognise the important role that our intelligence services did play in securing peace in Northern Ireland? Does he recognise that the IRA were riven by informers? Does he realise the absurdity of maintaining the position that Operation Kenova could not name Freddie Scappaticci as Stakeknife? Does he recognise in the findings relating to the Dublin and Monaghan bombings that the UK state authorities had no information or intelligence that could have prevented those bombings? And does he recognise, in the context of the debate we are having on legacy, that there are too many inquiries he is letting pass by without highlighting the lack of accountability on the Dublin government, on the Republic of Ireland and their role in supporting the IRA? And we cannot wait until the conclusion of his legislative process or inquiry after inquiry until they open their books, share their stories and indicate in the basis of truth and justice the role they played in our troubled past.